This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com. This show is brought to you by Slice on Broadway, supporting Pittsburgh podcasting with the perfect pepperoni pizza. Production services by Sidekick Media Services. And listeners like you, supporting us at patreon.com/awesomecast. Time to get geeky, get awesome. It is the AwesomeCast. I'm Mike Sorg at Sorgatron Twitter in the Sorgatron Media Studios in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And with me from Studio Duds is the Dudders.
Hey, friends, how are you?
Hey, well, hey, you're not blurry. I see your Grogu and everything.
Wow! I know. I'll give you my background. This is an exciting day.
Wait, is that a 3D printer behind you?
Yes.
How long have you had a 3D printer back there?
It's usually there, so that's why I usually blur my background, because not everybody knows what that is, and it looks like something super weird.
It does, yes. But on this show, we know it's a 3D printer, so
that makes me look cool.
Exactly. Well, this is the AwesomeCast. If you're with us live, yeah, we had a lot of internet problems. Not internet problems. We had a lot of computer problems getting going here. So we're getting right into it. So this is the AwesomeCast. You can check out everything at awesomecast.com for the podcasty portion of the show. And I'm trying to find out where I found the doc. There it is. Also, AwesomeCast at sorgatronmedia.com and Twitter at AwesomeCast. AwesomeCast at sorgatronmedia.social on the Fediverse and Mastodon. And, of course, we have a Facebook page, a group where a lot of stories are shared throughout the week. A lot of great stories were shared this week. And, of course, we do have a Discord or Reddit. The Discord is actually connected with Midjourney if you want to try that out. We have a Play with AI channel for that if you want to join up. And also, please subscribe and rate us on your favorite podcast app. And we are also on Facebook and YouTube, where we are live every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Those places, as well as over on the Twitch page for Sorgatron Media. By the way, I do not have a chat room up because Facebook has logged me out of everything and requires authentication, and I want to try to get back into it if you're with us live on the Facebook side. And also, thanks to our Patreon supporters at Post-Industrial. Wow, I just combined two things. Thank you to our audio partners at postindustrial.com, and thank you to our Patreon supporters at patreon.com/awesomecast, including our friends at the executive producer level, Brian Crawford, at the coffee club level, Matt Weller, Cynthia Klosky, and Mike Pound, and at the fan of the show level, Michael Fedor, Professor Buzzkill, and Dave Propod, Podner, clipper of all things Sorg related. You guys can support the show too at patreon.com/awesomecast. So let's get into our awesome things of the week. And this is the time where we're going to talk about our trips. Because Katie had another assignment, and we had come back from Lakeland, Florida via Tampa, and we had a few experiences to share. Do you want to talk about Tesla or dinosaurs first? I think I know the answer.
Let's start with dinosaurs.
Yes, that's what I figured we'd end up with.
Mm-hmm.
So we're driving in, and what do we see on the side of the road on the highway?
A giant dinosaur.
Yes.
He's just like his arms up, like he's waving.
Yes, he's waving at us as we're driving by, and we're like, okay, we need to do this on the way out. So this is Dinosaur World in Plant City, Florida. It was like 2 exits down from where we were working for the weekend in Lakeland, right? We were out there for Aero Design East, of course. Great crew out there for that. Right off of the airport. We literally stayed on the other side of the airport, and then there's an RC park on the other side near the Air Museum. So we had a lot of fun there. Katie, what was this dinosaur park like?
Yeah. So of course we had to do it. We did a dramatic. We should have shared that video. We did a dramatic drive up.
I have it right here. Actually, I think it's playing. If I'm doing this right. I'm not going to play the audio because I think we'll have a problem with it. But there,
I'll hum it.
she plays the Jurassic Park music as we're driving by. We can see the dinosaurs in the woods, and then as that music swells, that's me reacting to the music and how that vibe. Yeah, and imagine as we're passing the corner here, and I think we put this video out. I can't remember. The music swells as we hit the entrance to Dinosaur World. This is one of 3 locations, and this is the flagship, apparently, of it. So what do we get at Dinosaur World?
We got a map. So we go in, and they, of course, you go straight into the gift shop, and I wanted everything in there because it was so cool. And my friend's kiddos, her boys are big dino fans, perfect age for fun dinosaur stuff. But we pushed our way into the park, and because put our blinders on, went into the park, and it is just life-size dinosaurs, and they were sculpted by a single person. Apparently, it sounds like it was a single person and his interpretation of what dinosaurs look like. And there was a boneyard. There was a paleontologist. Well, I don't know. We'll pretend they're a real paleontologists.
Yes.
They might have been. Talking about dinosaurs and fossils, some fossils, but most of it was a walkthrough of the different kinds of dinosaurs that existed. And if you're of our age, you had like T-Rex, Triceratops, Stegosaurus, and there are so many more dinosaurs because, as they've made discoveries, it's well beyond, it's like the Pokemon, where we knew the basics, and now the universe is huge. So there's a lot more dinosaurs.
And then you have little guys like this that scared the crap out of us. This little waterborne, little leg, big head guy. I think
I didn't like him.
The Crassigyrinus, according to this. It was just a prehistoric tetrapod, if you want to look that up on the Wikipedia or something. And they had fun little signs like, in the unlikely event of a dinosaur attack, please observe the following guidelines. Run, keep running. Yeah. So it was pretty fantastic.
It took us about it was an hour.
Yeah, it was a good hour and a half, I think, that we had in there. So that was pretty good. So there's my walk. 1.47 mile outdoor walk.
We got a little workout in.
And there's a picture of the bathroom where this guy judging. I think it's the one you sent me. So
yeah.
But it was fun. We got to be children again, and we were too big for the playground.
Or the places where we could stick our head in the dinosaur's mouth. It looked like it was eating us.
Yeah.
Or the egg.
We wanted to climb into it, but it was like the entrance came up to our thighs, and we're like, we're going to hurt ourselves if we try to do this. And this is also after we spent like 3 days in the field, and had kind of a miserable time with the weather and sun and everything. So, and sinuses and, and things like that. So we're just like, I don't know if I want to get it. No, can't do that. No. So I'll hurt myself and will be a bad plane ride back. So Dinosaur, and I know you're always big on, I love going to parks like this with you because you're so, obviously you'll work around the haunts and around theme parks and stuff. Like, you're very knowledgeable and observe the things that I don't about, like, oh, they do this well, and things like that. Like, what were some of the things that kind of stuck out for you there?
Oh, I think that, one of the things was they had free strollers.
Mm-hmm.
They look like dinosaurs, like you were like in a nest.
Oh, you didn't have to pay for those?
Mm-mm. They were just sitting there, chilling the most. So I thought that was pretty cool. Also, I ended up looking on the website, and it's actually an autism-friendly. It's that autism-friendly. The Center for Autism and Related Disabilities at the University of South Florida has created the Autism-Friendly Initiative. So it's like kids, like all kinds of kiddo friendly, which I thought was really cool. I didn't realize that until I ended up looking at the website, but it was a lot of it was great for all ages. We were entertained, kiddos were entertained, and I love a good gift shop, and everything was reasonably priced considering what it was. And I think I remarked that to you a couple of times, and you did get a cool t-shirt.
I did get a cool t-shirt. I wore it last week on the show. It was Starbucks themed. It was only about, I think it was $20 for the ticket, something like that.
Yeah, this whole thing was really reasonable, and we had a really good time, and you could bring in coolers and food and drinks, and so you have fun. And like I would go back again, even though we saw everything. I would definitely get to do this again.
Well, we are scheduled to go back next March, so that might have to be a revisit. So
well, I thought the funniest part of it was the more of the dinosaurs that had been eaten by other dinosaurs. Those scenes were a little interesting, and the beady eyes on the dead dinosaurs, that was a little unusual, but you know.
And also, you wonder, because there's always, if you saw in the pictures, if you're watching the video version, like there's all these information plaques, and it was always like, it was talking about, we think that this is happening and this is this, and I also wondered, like, as we're going through, like, how updated they might be, right? Because you know what we know, what we think we know about dinosaurs is ever evolving. I mean, the dinosaurs we quote grew up with idealistically have changed in perception since even the Jurassic Park ones are probably outdated for what we know about dinosaurs right now, right? From the 90s. So there is that evolution, but a lot of these were probably made in the 90s, but they acknowledge that. And we were talking about, you mentioned about the eyes, like everybody's got beady eyes. I'm like, I seriously just think this guy bought a bag of eyes and everybody has the same eyes. I don't think this is representation. And everything was a little... had a cartoonish, stylistic look to it, so I would not take any of this as this is what dinosaurs looked like. You know, this is like this is a representation of what dinosaurs looked like. This is what I think I said at one point. This is a good idea of dinosaurs and not a factual of dinosaurs. Although there was a lot of science, and there was like people talking to you about like what do we know and this and fossils. The guy was really excited to tell us about that, and the guy that made all the statues and everything like that. So, but it was very, very interesting.
And I thought it was funny because we were in that museum, and they had at the end where there were like theories of how dinosaurs went extinct. Yeah, and it was like maybe the aliens took them, maybe there was this, and maybe this happened, and that was fun at the end. I thought that was kind of silly.
It was some artist. I wouldn't say kids, but it was too good to be kids. But it was the goofiest thing. Like they went home to and the UFOs there to take them home or something with some humanoids and things like that. They all got sick. And it's a T-Rex sick in bed with a thermometer and his house coat on and everything like that. Like I thought that was just incredible. It was a lot of fun. I really, really, really appreciated it. So
we had a great time.
Yeah, so that's Dinosaur World. If you want to check it out, if you're visiting anywhere, they say there's 3 locations. So there's in Kentucky, near Mammoth Cave National Park, and in Texas. Where does that say? Glen Rose, Texas. I don't know what that might be near of any significance, but if that is familiar to you and you're traveling to any of those places, hey, Katie, we are going to Fort Worth next month, so I don't know if that is anywhere near. Are you seeing where Glen Rose, Texas is in relation to Dallas and Fort Worth? Are we doing the Dinosaur World? We already went to Tennessee last year, unfortunately, so we don't have that anytime soon. But oh god, we're in the Dinosaur World. Have you looked it up yet? Did you get a chance?
Just a little. Oh gosh, where are we at? And you said we're going to Fort Worth.
Yes.
Let's see how far.
And what did I say? Glen Rose, Texas.
Yeah, Fort Worth. Oh man. Oh, it's 58 minutes away.
No way. Are you serious? All right, Buc-ee's and Dinosaur World. That's what we're doing next month.
So excited.
What are the chances? What are the damn chances? All right. Well, that's Dinosaur World. That was our big fun thing there. But we also had an opportunity when I went to get my rental car for this. I usually, if it's something where I don't think we're going to be mud bogging in Baja, then I'm going to need a 4-wheel drive, SUV to make sure we're okay and not getting stuck. I just get a Chevy Malibu or something easy like that. Nice, good sized car, right? And then I look and for just a little bit cheaper, I see a Tesla Model 3 is offered to me on Hertz.com. I am a gold member, business member. What would you call it? El Presidente. When we go walk straight out to the car. And so we had a Tesla Model 3. We picked this up on Thursday morning, and we had it straight through until late on Monday for our travels, going to, good drive from Tampa to Lakeland, probably good, I don't know what, hour from the airport or so, depending on the traffic. So it was a bit of an experience. Katie, what were your thoughts on your Tesla driving and I guess riding experience there?
Oh my gosh. So I've never, I mean, like, we've done Tesla events. We've been around Teslas and Tesla trucks,
We've
everything.
seen the truck, we've seen the semi.
Yeah, we're cool like that. And but like so I've like been interesting to me, but I've never been like I need Tesla or I need to be around Tesla. And I think after our adventure, I was like, I would definitely take a Tesla. It was so much fun. I did make Sorg very unhappy with me because I turned on the fart sound on the turn signal when we first left the airport and had no clue how to turn it off. So I was like, I don't even know.
Yeah, about that. That was fun. Yeah, you're like, I think we have to be in park to do it. I'm like, we're on a highway. I can't pull off for this, and I'd forget about it. And I'm trying not to. Like, run into a semi truck on the highway, and then it's.
I love that you say that when you have a vehicle that like has the assist. A million cameras will definitely yell at you if you get anywhere near anything else. That's not.
Yeah. Oh, I was definitely really close to that truck. There was a certain point where I realized, oh, this kind of operates like a go-kart. Let's go. That was really interesting. It drove well, and again, once you and I already heard like once you hit the pedal, it goes. When you stop the pedal, it actually slows. The auto drive, which just like it was like my mom's Subaru, where it follows the car in front of you. But it was really good about if you're in stop and go traffic, it will go to a stop. I felt comfortable with the spacing, and and like that part of it I thought was great, and I just let it go, right? It was overbearing. I felt about make sure you're on the wheel. I'm like, my hands are on the wheel. You're doing well, and the alignment's great. I'm not jerking this thing all over the place, right? And they would yell at me to make sure I'm putting attention on the wheel and stuff. So you got to like kind of tug it every once in a while so it knows. But I wasn't like sitting there reading a book or anything like that. I was training it like I do with cruise control all the time, right? But and paying extra attention because I'm like, okay, this thing's doing what it's supposed to, but I need to make sure it's doing what it's supposed to, right? And I think we were driving along, especially in that stop and go traffic, and I said to you a couple of times, like, I didn't do any of this. This was all the car. And it was like pretty impressive, right? But yeah, I mean, we didn't get a chance to play video. I didn't have the right adapter for my Xbox controller that I bring with me on trips. So I couldn't plug it into the USB-C in there to play the Sonic the Hedgehog that was there. But we did play some of the touchscreen or some of it used. What was it? Breakout? You could use the steering wheel that you were doing.
Yeah, it was like you just turn the wheel and it would move on the screen.
But there's a warning because you're actually still turning the wheel of the car when you're playing this game. They're like, make sure nobody's in front of you when you're playing Breakout. It's like, what? What are we doing here? So, yeah. I don't know what else stuck out to you from the trip. I mean, I know you determined something with the fart noises, and I think I may have that handy over here. That
farting
situation.
at friends.
You were farting at friends, yes. Because we would go out and wait, is this one of them? We would go out and take breaks, get ourselves out of the sun, get some AC and everything like that. And there's we figured out that the fart is outside, and here's our friend from Hathaway. Walking through the parking lot, and it farted at him, and that's him reacting to it. The students kept no selling us because I think they were confused.
No, jerks.
Also, I think some of them may be from out of the country, so they're just like, "Is this what Americans do here?" So I did interview a kid from the Czech Republic, so like they're from all around. So, anyways, that aside, I don't know, any other vibes about driving this thing? Like you had a good turn at this driving for a bit, especially since I had so many sinus problems with all the damn pollen. I'm like, you drive. No, you take this. I don't know. Any other thoughts on how it handled, how that operation is?
Oh, it spoiled us. Like, it absolutely spoiled us. Between the accelerations and turning, it was just like, this is so easy. And I think so I really enjoyed that. And I was surprised about how roomy it was for
Mm.
both of us because we're both over 6 feet tall. Not plenty of leg room. Like we had plenty of space for all of our stuff, and which was not expected. Oh, the train
I was getting to
was
that.
still. Oh, good. Tell them about the train.
No, this is you doing karaoke right here. So
funny because I can't see anything you're showing right now.
Oh, you can't. You're not getting that yet. Oh, I'm sorry. We'll see.
I'm getting nothing.
We'll see if we can get that to kick in.
This is a fun experiment for us.
Yeah. A lot of things were not working when we were getting going here. Yeah, I'm showing the karaoke right now. I think you're singing Scrubs at this point. So.
No Scrubs at Clearwater. We went to Hulk Hogan's place.
Yes, we went to Hulk Hogan's hangout and everything. So, here's what it looks like when you're charging your car. We got it pretty low. It was like 10 or 15 minutes to charge it. Like we would get from 10 to 20% to like 82. For some reason, it maxed out at 82%. And I don't know if I paid for it, to be quite honest, but I said it was about $10 a fill up every time. And we just went to the supercharger at Wawa across town, and it was pretty good to go. So like that wasn't so bad. Other than that, like,
ooh.
Yeah.
Did you tell them about? Oh, should we tell them about our brush with the law? Well, actually, our Tesla's brush with the law.
Oh, here's a fun thing when you have a Tesla. There's a dash cam. There's cameras on everything, right? Like when you can pull up. There's at least 4 or 5 usable cameras that we found, and there's one inside, by the way, which concerns me a little bit. So we went through, and it seems to do that thing. Like there was nothing for like a month, nothing from our trip that we could tell. Or no, there was something from our trip. And it looks like it's like the Wise camera where it will keep a recording on board when it finds an incident of some sort. Like it looked like some quick stopping and things like that. We pull up one from back in January. And we see this police officer, and he's walking around the car, and then we're scrolling through it, and then there's 4 police officers standing in front of the car, looking at the car, in front of what looks like an apartment complex of some sort, or hotel, motel, something like that. And it's just like, what was this car involved in? Some point here that 4 cops were very, very interested in it back in January. So I thought that was interesting. Of course, our friend was pointing out to us the terrible make of a Tesla, about some of the seams and everything on it. I got in, and the entire side panel where the seatbelt is like came off. And then the person at Hertz tried to blame me, and I'm like, I don't care. I have damage on this. In the nicest way possible, want to tell him to suck it, but you're just like, no, I did not do this. Like, there's no way. If I got in and this thing fell off, this is not on me, man. Like that's obscenely bad. So yeah, we didn't find anything inside, but and that's not the first time that's happened to us in a car too. Remember, we were driving along in like a Kia in Tennessee, and the panel along the windshield was coming off on you. You're just like, I can see the frame.
I was like,
is this
I can
okay?
see the airbag. This isn't good.
Yeah, I can see the airbags. Yeah. We've had some interesting experiences. And then so there's brush with the law, and then I'm going to pull up the let's see. Then there's the you don't have an engine up front, so you have a nice frunk you can put things in. So we put Katie in the frunk. You see all those cars waiting because we're waiting on where's it at? This train that lasted forever.
Terrible.
so
Kept us from tacos.
Yeah, so we're trying to get some tacos, and but that was great. But that was the Tesla experience. I'd do it again. I wouldn't do it in Oshkosh, Wisconsin when we go out there, but I was actually looking for the option to maybe do it in LA when we go out in a couple weeks. And even Dallas maybe, but again, it didn't. I don't know. It erred when I tried to select it or something. I might try to rebook and see if we can get it again. But yeah, I was happy with the experience. So I think I'd do it again. I mean, you do have to factor in the charging and are there superchargers around? If that option comes up for you, if you're doing a rental car, I would look at where you're going, look up superchargers, not the other chargers. I did try a charger. I think I deleted the app already, but there was a charger nearby. It wasn't a supercharger. It needed an adapter, and the adapters were in the trunk, but it still didn't work. when we tried it, it was outside of Kohl's in the parking lot of the shopping center, and it just didn't work, and it got mad at me, and so I'm like, screw it, we're going to the supercharger. I hope I have enough in here. So, but yeah, so that's the biggest thing. Make sure that you are going someplace, kind of map your thing out and everything. But for as much driving as we did over the weekend and using the AC and everything like that, it was very strange to not get out of the car and not really turn it off.
Mm-hmm.
You just
that was odd.
put it in park and walk away at some point. So, but other than that was cool. So
we like the dog mode.
Dog mode.
Mm-hmm.
What would we do? We would go start it up. You'd turn on dog mode, which is just like low-end AC to make sure your dog's okay in the car, and then start loading the back so it's hopefully cooled down by the time we get in the front again.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good
that
strategy.
Worked very well.
It was a very good strategy. Very good strategy. So that's that, and of course, the aero design. You'll see a video up for that if you followed the SAE Collegiate Design Series YouTube. That's in the works right now, and that should be up hopefully within the next week. Some other great content coming from there, and of course, check out both of our Instagram accounts. We have a lot of pictures from there, but I posted pictures. So I'm just thinking oh, most of that was stories, and that's not there anymore. But no, I think we did put a lot out between that and Twitter and everything. So. All right. Hey, want to give a shout out to our friends at Slice on Broadway, New York City style yins are made, Beachview, Carnegie, East End, North Hills, Southside Works, supporting Pittsburgh podcasting with the perfect pepperoni pizza. Thanks so much to our friends over there at sliceonbroadway.com. All right, we got a lot of stories here, Katie. We got to catch up on our AI news.
Yes.
Apparently. There's a lot happening right now. We both got a Google Bard invite to be put on the mailing list.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Google.
Yeah. I know, it was really weird. It was like, hey, you want to be part of this? And I was like, sure. Okay, we'll add you to the waiting list. It wasn't anything. I don't know.
You didn't break me right in. Or it's like, we're extending an offer to you because you're a Google One subscriber. You should try this out. I'm like, thanks. And you get on the waiting list. I actually saw Andy Anako from MacBreak Weekly tweeted that he got in and he was going to talk about it later this week on the radio, and I was like, oh, I should see about signing it up. And then I saw your email about it, and I was like, and then I found my email from this morning about it. I'm like, if I saw the email this morning, maybe I would have got in by now, but who knows. It's Google's version. I think it's their Chat GPT. I don't know. We'll see. These are starting to blend together because now there's so many of them, right? Have you had a chance to play with the Bing one?
No, I've just seen what you've done.
I have sent you some stuff from the Bing one. So what are your impressions of how that, because I can't remember if we did on the show or afterwards, but there was a sequence where I'm just asking about people we know, and I looked up Katie, and one thing I do like about it is it's citations on things. And obviously you were in the news, it was like cbsnews.com from your KKA story and all this other stuff attached to you, and a lot about your breast cancer and everything like that. So at one point it says that she's in remission, I hope she's doing well, like the chat bot, and then one of the selections for questions is, I hope she's doing well too. And then I had a moment with the AI responding back and forth with it. It was very strange. But very, very interesting. I mean, what do you, and it's running Chat GPT in the background, but I think it's just kind of melding that with the Bing search, right? I mean, what are your impressions from the bits I was sharing with you there?
It seemed like between the Chat GPT and the Bing, Chat GPT seems like it's more concerned with protecting the personal information. Because if you would have searched for what you searched for in Chat GPT, a lot of times it's like, I'm an AI, I can't give you personal information unless it's publicly available online, breach of privacy. They go through a whole thing. And because I know when I search for similar, because I can just see what it pulls up, I've run into that situation. But it seems like the Bing one is more like, all right, you want to know about this person? Here's what I found on the internet. And then ChatGPT is like, I don't know if that's good. But I think that was the biggest difference between the two that I noticed for sure. But I liked how Bing was.
Just to throw that out there, I just asked you what is Dinosaur World in Plant City, Florida, and it's located. Yeah, it pretty much summarizes it with the location and everything. It looks like mostly from stuff from the website, and it does have. And I love this is the first time I've seen this. There's a citation: dinosaurworld.com, dinosaurworld.com, reservations.visitcentralflorida.org, bing.com, and there's actually an ad indicated as part of it too, and then it pops up the like Google Maps looking page right under it, and then you can ask it questions like, what is the history of Dinosaur World, and it's going to pull some of that out. Like, it's really intuitive, and I gotta tell you, I've been pulling up my Edge browser because it's like got a Bing sidebar that has the chat, and it's been a lot of fun to just kind of like have that in there. I have the app on both of my iPad and my phone and everything just to play with a little bit. I've been really interested in what this looks like, and it's got good. It gives you 3 kind of follow-up questions. I don't know what the 2 of 15. I don't know if that's an accuracy rating or something. So 3 of 15. Oh, maybe I only got 15 shots at this thing. So, but no, it's really interesting. So
I can tell you, when I pulled it up, like I'm in Chat GPT because I was just kind of mirroring you. What is Dinosaur World in Plant City, Florida? I got 3 paragraphs about it, and that's it.
And then, yeah, more kind of like, this is what we pulled. And also, Chat GPT-4 has rolled out. Supposedly, Bing has been running this in the background for a few weeks now. And that's why it's been a little more interesting. And like I said, I think it's just generally pulling off a Bing search because somebody asked me, why is this information coming up for me? And I'm like, well, did you go to bing.com and see what comes up? And you look at the top 3 things are that like, hey, look, information from here, here, and here. It's just taking the search and reformatting in a chat function, right? So like, it's not doing, I'm not going to say it's not doing something special. It's plain languaging something that's a list, right? And pulling information contextually and everything like that. It is really doing something really interesting, but it's not like doing the full research. It's doing the first like 5 things that come up on Bing and digesting that for you basically. So, but that's useful for people. That's absolutely useful for people, right?
Oh yeah, and like we've talked about, what we've like I sent you. I've seen people who have booked flights, in through AI like Bing because they're like, how do I get here to here? And they're like, here's the best way to do that. And
I haven't tried that. Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. And then the one I sent you recently where they used the AI to where AI had booked somebody from TaskRabbit to a task because they hit a point. I forget what the question was specifically, but the AI had hit a point where it was like, are you a computer? And you had to click the box.
Yeah, hit a CAPTCHA, right.
Yeah, hit a CAPTCHA, and so it knew it couldn't answer that question. It went over to because the AI had been given a certain amount of money to do this particular task, so it realized it needed to go to the TaskRabbit. Went to TaskRabbit, found somebody who would do this job, and then the person who was the TaskRabbit person, human, asked it was like, "Oh, are you a computer? Is this why?" And it spit out the answer, "No, I have a hard time seeing this."
It lied. It lies.
Yeah, like this is some pretty interesting stuff to see what's happening, and like I don't know, it's pretty cool. I think it's both cool and I don't know, it's probably slightly terrifying, but at this point it's exciting.
I think it's important to note, and thank you for sending me the TikTok you did on that because I've been hearing about this for a few days now on some of the podcasts, but nobody clarified that this was an experiment that they gave it assets to be able to reach out. They allowed it to be able to reach out to do this and gave it some money, to work with and everything like that. This did not autonomously go out into the internet and do this and hire somebody to do this for them. So I mean, it was like, if we allowed it to do X, Y, and Z, what would happen? And now we know what would happen. Also on the AI side, this is one I've started playing with today. Now I love Midjourney. We've been playing with it a lot in our Discord chat, being attached to that. But now they're attaching on top of this DALL-E, which was the thing we would always play with before Midjourney. That has been updated and has been attached to something called Microsoft Bing Image Creator. Here I just put a little bit of Ninja Turtles eating salad, and it looks pretty freaking incredible. Because remember Midjourney, we would put in something like Ninja Turtles, and it would give me some generic-looking turtle that's a ninja thing. These are actually look like, Eastman and Layers Ninja Turtles eating salad. Some look like toys, some are a little more stylized. They're all realistic looking for the most part, as far as they're, they could be toys or dolls or something like that, and the salad looks real and things like that. And it's got that little bit of haze that you would have from if you were familiar with playing with Dolly a little bit before. So that's pretty cool. The hands are a little messed up, I'm starting to notice. And I was doing things like wrestlers with pizza, things like that. Just kind of playing with it. I can't bring it up because Facebook's being. And also, I'm realizing we're not streaming on Facebook because whatever logged me out of everything also took out our stream. So, hey, sorry, Facebook. We'll have that uploaded here after we're done with the show. But anyways. So that's been a pretty cool thing, and I feel if you're able, I think you need to be in the insider waitlist thingy, like whatever cleared you for the Bing chat before, I think gets you into this. So I don't know if everybody can just log into their Microsoft account and do it. And here's a nice side effect. I didn't realize I've been getting points because I'm using Bing and I have an Xbox gift card I need to use.
Ooh.
I forgot it was in there or something. Because I remember Kraus would tell us back in the day, use Bing. You get points, and you can get gift cards for Xbox or Microsoft Store or something. So, I don't know. So I mean, we're gonna play with that a little bit alongside Midjourney, but man, Microsoft is they're partnering with everybody. They're making it more user friendly than using like a Midjourney, Dolly, ChatGPT, and really there's real world application happening here for people to play with.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm excited. I think it's fun. I like the testing, what we can do with it, and be polite to your AI.
Yes, absolutely. Because I know Bing's the one people are playing. Oh, wait, this is the other thing we never really talked too much about. And I haven't played too much with this, but when you go into Bing, at the top, you can select because I started it. But if I start a new one, let's see if I can do that. No, it's got my history, but it tells you, do you want balanced, creative, or I don't really say a mean option or something like that. So it can give you Bing could copy you an attitude if you let it, basically, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and people have been playing with that. Oh God, it's all AI stories here. This was a useful one. I think you might like this one too. Chatpdf.com. This was brought up on This Week in Google last week, and I started playing with it. So the idea is if you upload a PDF to it, let's say a research paper that's going to be like 100 pages or hundreds of pages, maybe. I don't know. You're the one with the master's degree. I don't know how that works. But you plug in a PDF, and then you can use a chatbot to ask about what's in the PDF. So for me, I was like, well, I have all these PDFs of manuals for all this video equipment, right? So I plugged that in, something for one of our recorders, and I put, how do I format a hard drive? And it gave me all the information. I'm like, holy crap, this is completely useful than trying to dig through the PDF, search for keywords, and find the context that you're looking for, right? This is a killer app for me. But yeah, chatpdf.com. I can't do any, and I can't show you because Facebook just took me out. So everything was on Facebook. I literally was putting the links in this an hour ago before the show, and now it won't let me in on anything. So I don't have a whole lot to show you because I don't think I have any PDFs sitting on my iPad here or anything like that. So I don't actually. Maybe I do. Ooh, what do we got here? Wait, here. What's this? No, there's a Tesla workshop. Let's see. There's an ebook. What's this ebook? It's about selling something. Here you go. I'm going to upload. I don't know if this is going to work. This is a PDF of an RPG pro wrestling game. Oh no! Let's do the free version. Oh no! It's 162 pages. I need to upgrade to Plus to continue. So $5 a month. So PDFs up to $100, 120 pages are free, or 10 megabits, or 3 PDFs a day, or 50 questions a day. And then for $5 a month, you can get 2,000 page PDFs, 32 megabyte PDFs. So you upgrade all that kind of stuff. So all right, we found the problem there. So or at least we found the higher end on that. So, but no, this seems like something that would be useful to people. Then, and I would recommend if you deal with PDFs on a regular basis and need to pull information from them, I think this is the way to go. So I don't know. Do you have any applications for this kind of thing in your line of work?
Oh, I feel like there's points where it's like, okay, can you just summarize this for me? Because you get a lot of information.
Yes,
Like,
and isn't that, and that's kind of the thing is like
mm-hmm,
somebody sends you a giant thing and we're like, give me the cliff notes, right?
mm-hmm.
Like, can I plug a book into ChatGPT and like give me? Could you put, what did it say, 2,000 pages? So that would be most books. Let me plug in the Barack Obama book on PDF and like give me a summary of what happened, or something like that, or the John Moxley book. I'm thinking of things are sitting on my Audible right now, which aren't even PDF, but still, like, you get the idea, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think I have some old PDFs of like Get Stuff Done or something like that from like back in the day. I should throw in there, or Gary V's books or something, and be like, summarize this book. Anyways. Let's see what else we got here. I don't know if there's anything coming up on you want to hit for sure before we get out of here, Katie.
I thought I saw a thing. Where did it go? Oh, I want to talk about your doodads for your phone, your glass protector.
Oh, my
your
glass
doodad.
protector.
Oh, you can't even see it's on Facebook.
No, we can't, but I can show you. All right, so I got my Otter. What is this? I think it's an OtterBox case that I got here, but I got one with a MagSafe, so it's not that heavy duty. But I have a glass protector on the front, and I have a glass on the back. And let me take another shot, see if I can get into Facebook. Maybe I can sort this situation out. I cracked it a few weeks ago when I went skiing with Chess Flexor, and I had a nice. How many have I've gone through at least 3 screens on this thing, and this is a iPhone 13 Max, that Pro Max that we picked up back when they first came out. So it's like a year and a half old probably. I have to consider if I need a new phone this year. I just realized that we're coming up on that at the later of the year. But anyways. So that's been a thing, but for the first time, like, I pulled it out. I was at a wrestling show this weekend. I went to pull out for like a cool shot, and I'm like, why does this look so weird? And I looked, and the entire back over one of the 3 lenses was shattered. It wasn't not falling apart, but it was just completely spidered, right? I'm like looking, I'm like, wow, that whatever happened to that would have killed that lens probably, right? And I've never had, and this is the first phone I've had where the lenses really kind of stick out more than I'm used to, because it's all this high end stuff that's in this. It let me in. It finally let me into my own account. Fantastic. Let me go to the group so I can show you some stuff. But
amazing.
So this case is like, like $10, right? So there's not much to it. There's not much to it. If I can get into my group, please. What's my group? Why is this different on everything? And I get these AILUN, whatever it is, glass screen protectors. Like I said, they're like $9.88 on Amazon. I think this is the 3rd pack I picked up. I keep losing the spare ones. But it has that protector, and you can see a little bit of that picture of what happened there to the camera protector. It's the first time I've had to replace that part of it. And I was looking. I have Apple Care Plus, so I wouldn't have been completely out, screwed if I had to get this thing fixed. Like an accidental screen fix is $29. That's not bad. Any other accidental damage, which I think a camera lens would be any other accidental damage, would have been $99. Or you get a $10 screen protector. And of course, my wife spent, for random reasons that are our lives. A couple years ago, my wife spent some time out in California and worked for Batteries Plus and learned how to do a lot of iPhone work with her mother. So she is really good about applying the screens, and I am always notoriously terrible at applying screen protectors. I get all the bubbles and everything. She knows how to do it. She takes care of me for that. So it looks professionally done by the time we're done with it. So we just sat at Eden Park and she put it together for me. So but no, it was fantastic. So yeah, no, I recommend if you're going completely bare on this. The only thing is when we're doing stuff, I noticed this a lot. Like, it's in your pocket and everything, and get a little bit of moisture or something in there. I do have a hell of a time with pictures. Like I was just looking at, because I'll take a lot of extra footage with these things, like when we're out and about for, like, at Aero Design and things like that. And I look back at some of the footage and it's so washed down. The sun's catching the plastic, and like that is, I find that problematic. So I almost want a sliding protector so that I can have it without an extra piece of glass over it. That's my only, and I probably have to get a special case to do something like that. I know they're out there. But yeah, I that's the kind of protection I need, because I have a feeling for what I'm doing, I need an exposed lens. But I also should not have an exposed lens because I'm me. So, those kinds of things. So, but yeah, go check that. It's a glass protector. AILUN is the company. If you look, glass screen protector, this is the one I'm using for the, of course, the iPhone 13 Max Pro Max, whatever it is. So you get the idea. Missy, oh great, now I can't log into Twitter. Never mind, not going to show that story now. What is happening with everything today? Oh, jeez. Anything else you want to hit up here?
No, I don't know. I'm looking at the other thing.
Midjourney has a magazine.
Ooh.
Have we finally jumped the shark on AI?
Monthly magazine.
Yeah. You want to take your digital AI and you want to subscribe to a magazine that shows it to you. Monthly magazine to showcase the diverse creativity of the Midjourney community. Oh, boy. Get the magazine. First issue for free. Okay. All right.
Spend $4 a month?
$4 a month then? Like, do I have to sign up? Can I try the first issue? Oh, I don't know. Build monthly. I kind of feel like I need to try to do this. Anyways, that seemed like a pretty, I don't know. Maybe they're trying to figure out any way to work that bill. So why not back to print publications?
Mm-hmm.
So I thought it was just going to be a magazine that I downloaded or something, which seemed also kind of weird. But
everything is weird.
Yes, it is. So
AI. Where am I at? I was looking at your sponge, the AI sponge on Twitch.
SpongeBob, AI SpongeBob, which I don't think is running right now.
No, it's not.
It's not running. Riz keeps telling me about this. It's just like the AI Seinfeld. It has that I'm aware of. It has not gone off the rails like AI Seinfeld has. But
did AI Simpsons with Skinner and Principal Chalmers that go up? Did that go with the hams, the steamed hams?
What?
I don't know. It was like one of the things. I don't even know if we got to the show, but there was the Twitch that Riz shared, because he finds all of these, where it was randomly generating that scene where the steamed hams episode of The Simpsons, and it would change. They were making different things each time. It was like the most random conversations and words, but it was that same scene over and over again. And yeah, that was greatly amusing to me as a Simpsons fan. But yeah, no, I'll have to find that one again. Christopher, where is it?
Yes, but we need to get him on to give us. He needs to give us the Twitch AI rundown. One last thing, because I thought this was very interesting that came up. Did you get an email this week from Amazon Clinic?
I did not.
So maybe this is because I actually moved my prescription to Amazon just because the process was easier than the Mark Cuban one, right? It's not quite as cheap as the Mark Cuban one. I will qualify that for at least I guess. I mean, I can say I have I get a Synthroid for thyroid for my thing. It's not expensive. It's not terrible, but it's been going up in price. So I actually cut that by a third by going on Amazon. It looks like I have not up for renewal yet, so I haven't received any to see how that is. But I got an email about like a whole clinic thing, and I started clicking through it, and it looks like Amazon has their own WebMD sort of portal now. If you go in there, and it does go down to like you go in. From what I could tell, you should be able to go into this, click through your symptoms, and then it will contact your doctor to get a prescription based on the symptoms that you've reported.
Yeah.
Does that seem right? Does that seem something they should be able to do at that point? It keeps loading. It keeps loading up in the app and giving me an error. So when I'm trying to look at this, but yeah, I don't know. It just seemed a little bit peculiar. Stop going to the app. It doesn't work. I think the app needs updated on this iPad. Let's see how it works. Let me see if that pops up. No, it still goes the same thing. So nope. But I'm curious what everybody thinks out there of the clinic. If you're going to use it, are you afraid to use it? I'm an open book. I am a open science experiment when it comes to social media and tech companies. So
I'm looking to see what to do about my pink eye. I just picked pink eye randomly.
Okay, all right.
Online clinics for it looks like $30
for the clinic part.
Yeah, for my pink eye. Yeah, I just
to like is it trying to get you to a telemedicine situation?
It looks like it. And they expect a response. This one in 2 hours. This one for 3 hours. Health Tap and Steady MD. Amazon clinics aren't covered by insurance. It doesn't include the cost of the medication.
Well, it was the Quip toothbrush thing that I've been using. In the app, it says, "Hey, teledentistry." I was like, okay. And I'm because I know I have some. I broke a tooth about 2 months ago and haven't taken care of it yet. So I kind of want to be like, what am I in for? Take a look here. Also, maybe I could just message my cousin who's a dentist and be like, hey, can I get some advice here? Is that weird?
Yeah.
It's like
sorry, I'm looking at the asthma medication one.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like it seems like if you've taken you had a prescription for it and your prescription is run out of refills. Mm-hmm. So it's like $30 for that. That's cheap. Mm-hmm. Sorry, I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah, and I think this is an extension of whatever I signed up for too. That's probably why I'm getting the emails. So, well, we know they bought out a few companies that were in the medical field. So we knew they were integrating at this point, right? So I mean, whatever you think of Amazon, if it makes things a little easier for your healthcare, at this point, are they any worse than the insurance companies and the medical companies at this point? And I would look, give me any reason why not. They'll have all your information. Well, who doesn't? It's kind of my thing as far as medical goes. So, hell, if they had an insurance plan that went along with this, I'll be quite honest, because any other insurance is intimidating, and that's why I don't partake. And I've been fortunate so far. And I've needed a whole lot, but it's like, man, it none of it makes sense. Everything's expensive, and I feel like I'm gonna get screwed either way. If Amazon says, hey, this is the thing, and it's gonna be bump, can I have the Amazon Prime of health insurances? Sure, why not at this point?
Yeah,
right? I'll take a flyer on it and see where it goes. But that's me. Anyways. Katie, it was so good to catch up with you and digest what happened in Florida a little bit. So if there's any other questions about driving a Tesla, even temporarily, let us know on our social medias. I'm at Sorgatron. She's K-Dutters on the Twitter. Anywhere else people should be looking?
Hey, Marie PGH on the Instagram. I was like, on the thingy.
You have some swell stuff coming up. I don't know if you're able to talk about yet. What should people be looking out for in the near future?
I got all kinds of stuff. We got more travel stuff. And then next week I have one of the groups I belong to, 412 Thrive, which works with breast cancer folks in the Western PA area. They're doing their first really big event, a casino night at the West End. So I'm part of that, but behind the scenes with that, and getting to go to the event and get fancy clothes and be cool and dance.
There you go. And of course, you'll be joining me. We're going to LA for WrestleMania. I'll be doing a little bit of work out there, but we'll be mostly enjoying LA and WrestleMania. And of course, heading out to Fort Worth, Texas, to another Dinosaur World, apparently, next month for Aero Design. And of course, we're getting into the travel season, so it's going to get all kinds of interesting. Thank you, everybody who have been able to tune in for us, because apparently a lot of things don't work right now. We'll see you guys next week. Who knows who will be on the show? You've been our awesome audience. Have an awesome week. This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at Sorgatron.